Oh my God. You need to stay hydrated in this New York weather right now. Like, what is going on? I understand it's a hot girl summer, but relax. God, I'm sweating and I'm not even doing anything. Like, what is happening? Hello, angels. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Asha Christina, otherwise known as Asha C. Very, very nice to meet you. If you are new here, welcome to the A-Team. Yes, we are back again with another car video. Hopefully, there are no strange noises. Hopefully, you guys don't hear my AC in the background. I tried to film this video about 4 times, and I was dripping sweat. I mean, my wig was gonna slide off, and it's not even glued on. How about it? Before we move on with this topic, do not forget to follow me on Instagram, and that will be right here. I cannot believe I have 22K on Instagram. I feel really inexplicably happy and speechless. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart so much. And also, if you are new and you have not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you subscribe and click that bell notification so you are notified every single time that I post. Okay, with that being said, guys, let's jump right into this video. I really hope there are no lighting issues because I can't even see myself, so I am sorry about it. I really am. I tried to film 1,000 times. This video has been highly requested, guys, about my book recommendations, essentially. So I guess I'm just going to film myself going down the list of books that I wrote down. And I actually divided them into different categories, which you guys will see. Category number 1 is books on how to level up. So I'm just going to go down the list. Number 1 book that I wrote down, nothing is in any specific order or anything. I just wrote them as I was going through my iBooks collection and as they were coming into my head. But it's Emily Post. For those of you that are not familiar with Emily Post, she writes a ton of books on etiquette, and I think that's very important, especially in the level up journey when you want to become more refined and learn about just manners in general and how to carry yourself as a lady. So check that out. Heal Your Emotional Self. Healing Your Emotional Self. That is a really, really good book. I highly suggest you guys check that out because on the level up journey, it's important to be mindful and cognizant of your own well-being, whether that be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So healing yourself is very important in this journey. Oh my goodness. One of the books that I'm reading right now, which is, I can't even explain how amazing it is. It's called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And I actually started to study Robert Greene because I absolutely just fell in love with all Robert Greene's books. So naturally I started becoming fascinated with how his brain works. And fun fact to know, he actually reads about 200 to 300 books to write one book alone. That is amazing. But essentially, he reads a lot of books on war, stoicism, and self-realization. And those are 3 subjects that I am now getting into because I absolutely love how his brain thinks and the books that he writes. He is someone that is a very good judge of character, and he studies people and he knows how people react in different situations and their personalities and things of that nature. And the reason why this is important on the level up journey is because this also helps you to become more aware of yourself as well as identify the types of people that are around you. Ryan Holiday also wrote another book called The Daily Stoic Meditations. Oh my goodness. You guys have to read that book too. The Discipline of Perception. Wow, another great book. Because a lot of times in life you find a lot of people will take a lot of things personally when ultimately life is really about perception. It's about what happened to you and your reaction to that. And your reaction depends on your perception of things. Make sense? Like a lot of people on this channel get offended by some of the things that I say, or they may not get offended by the things that I say, but they feel like my natural personality is not authentic by their definition. And, the news is I don't care, because if you can't handle the truth, then you're just not for me. The people that I'm targeting are people that want to step into their truth, and people that want to level up and learn about themselves and just be real and authentic with themselves. And sidebar, I just think it's so funny when people say the same old thing, I saw in the comments someone had mentioned something saying, I agree with everything she's saying, but she's so, bougie this is why I don't subscribe to her. And it's just like, okay, like, why does me being bougie bother you so much? I think if you're watching this, you need to definitely read some of these books that I'm recommending, because you need some help. How other people behave should not offend you that much. If I'm not out, starting drama and, of course, like, being a menace to society, essentially, it shouldn't bother you, my natural personality. So what you choose to see in me is a reflection of yourself. You don't like something in yourself. Maybe you feel like you wish you had someone else's confidence, so it bothers you that someone else can portray and live out in that confidence, and you don't feel like you can. Wow, look at that. And essentially, any type of Robert Greene book, which I'm going to mention later on in the video, The Art of Seduction, The 48 Laws of Power, The Laws of Human Nature. Very good book. Talks about the different types of people. Narcissists, okay? People that like to start drama, gossip, what types of people those are. You need to read those books, guys. Radical Self-Love. Wow, I absolutely love this book so much, because that's where this journey essentially all begins. Genuinely wanting better for yourself, and genuinely wanting to be a quality queen, be a quality woman, and add value to yourself, so that anyone, whether that's a friendship or, a romantic relationship, no one can step in and try to tell you your value. The Power of the P. You guys know I have been talking about this book since the beginning of my channel. Oh my goodness, what a phenomenal book. Wow, read that book. Guys, another really, really good book is Woman Habits by Chanel something. Wow, you guys need to read that book. She covers a lot of different topics in there that I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. For instance, like how to fix your morning breath if you're like, over your boyfriend's house. Yes, it gets juicy in there. She wrote a phenomenal book. And lastly, I would say Nice is Just a Place in France by the Betches. I think that's how you pronounce it. That book is also really, really good and satirical. Next category, we're going to talk about books on shifting your mindset in dating. Now, keep in mind, guys, there are a ton of books. I can go on and on and on and on about them, different ones. So don't feel, limited to only what I recommend. You're more than welcome to add in the comments down below any books you feel are relevant to the leveling up journey or any of these categories. Feel free, because we need to all help one another. This is a community. We are sisters. We are friends. We are quality women. I would say Not Your Mother's Rules by Ellen Fine. Phenomenal book. She also has a Facebook group too, which is free. The Unicorn Delusion by one of my favorite authors, G.L. Lambert. How to Kill Your Inner Basic Bee. Why Men Love Bees. I'm sure you guys have heard of this book before. Really, really great book. Ignore the Guy, Get the Guy by Leslie Braswell, I believe her name is. Huh. Phenomenal. Mr. Unavailable and the Fallback Girl. The No Contact Rule. This book is really essential, especially for girls that want to know how to behave and, essentially conduct yourself after a breakup. This book lays it all out there. I'm a huge fan of all his books, to be honest. So anything he writes, please go check it out. And please check out his blog, Far From Basic. He is amazing. Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. You guys should know this book already, by Steve Harvey. So my phone just cut off because it was that hot outside. Back to what I was saying. So yes, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man by Steve Harvey. Tried and true book, guys. That is actually the book that started it all for me in the leveling up journey. And also How to Be Classy by Anna Bay. How could I forget that? I don't know if all of you know, but I am a student of her online school of affluence, and I recommend any of you guys to sign up for that because I definitely have learned a lot. Now, I've been signed up for about a year now, so I believe. So I don't know if there's a price change or anything like that, but I personally really, really love it. So next we have The Rules for Online Dating by Ellen Fine as well. I know I get a lot of questions from you guys in regards to how to approach online dating, things like that. I personally, that is an area that I feel I've never really mastered. I'm just not really the online type of person. It just never seemed to really work out for me anytime that I have participated in it. So I'm not really enthused with online dating per se, but it's crazy because a lot of, girls are very, very successful at it. It's just, that's not my personal story. So I've always just kind of left it alone. Why am I changing colors? Never Chase Men Again by Bruce something. Whoa, I just posted a video on that like 2 days ago. Check that out and read that book. Next category, we have books for what I would consider, just studying patterns of people and also kind of mental health in a way. So I get a lot of questions from you ladies in regards to how can you be able to identify someone that is a narcissist or just an unhealthy person to be around? And these are some of the books that I know of that I totally recommend. Psychopath Code by Peter Higgins. Boundaries in dating. I think this is also important when you are not sure how to set boundaries, of course. If people have an issue with you having boundaries, then that's not your person. In Sheep's Clothing, another really good book. Changes That Heal. So this is more of a book to help yourself and different things that you could do to shift your mindset in this journey. Safe People, another really good book. And lastly, Psychopath Free. That is a really, really, really good book. Next section, we have books on seduction. Of course, The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Simply Irresistible Seductress by Betsy. And The Seduction Mystique by Jeannie Sales. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Anything Jeannie Sales writes is really good. And she writes a lot of books that I recommend for the level up journey. I think she also has a book called Rich and Thin too for like dieting. And she also has another book called like Rich Sex too. She is a really good author. And my last category, which is books on health. So for those of you that don't know, I am vegan and I like to read a lot of books on holistic nutrition, things of that nature. So I would recommend anything medical medium. I have all of his books. His first one, the last one, which is Celery Juice. He has one on your liver and how to heal your liver and how to basically cleanse yourself of a stagnant liver and basically how to be able to identify that. He has one that's dedicated to different chronic illnesses, and he has all the supplements in there for specific types of symptoms that you may be experiencing. Skinny B, which is the first book I read that determined that I was going to be vegan when I was 11 years old. I like the language. I like the way it's very no nonsense, satirical, very straight up, blunt, like myself. And lastly, I would also recommend How Not to Die. A lot of people really do like this book. I like it too. I'm not going to say it's the most entertaining book to read, but it is also a good read, incrementally, I would say. So those are all the books that I recommend to you angels. Again, if you have any suggestions of any books that you recommend, leave them in the comments down below. We can all help each other out. I hope you angels enjoyed this video. Do not forget that I love you and God loves you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay cool if it's summertime where you are, because it really is a hot girl summer. I'm sweating. Help me. Mwah, I love you. Bye.